Want to be the first to know about the most exciting new indie tarot and oracle decks coming out this month? I'm Elowyn, and in this episode of my new releases series, we'll explore stunning new indie decks and check out a few upcoming crowdfunded projects that may make your wish list or help you decide to pass on them. Plus, I'll share an exciting opportunity for anyone who's ever dreamed of creating and funding their own card deck. So, grab your glasses if you need them, get comfortable, and stay tuned to find some new favorites to add to your collection. Before we start window shopping, you'll find links to everything we'll cover today in the description. Let's get started. Ending on July 12th at 11:14 a.m. Pacific Time is Oracle of the Magic Fairy Forest. We have a video here, so let's take a look. And here is the creator, Anna Frolik. The beautiful box, look at that writing on the inside. Hand-done artwork. As you can see here, no AI was used. Such beautiful cards. And we can see a statement on there with the card name and numbers. Those beautiful backs look like mossy green forest. And a beautiful blanket that you can add on. Leap of Faith. I love those card backs. The Cave Dweller. Medicine Journey. Oh, I love it. The Unknown Path. Such beautiful artwork. Heart Magic. And here's a look at the guidebook. Excellent layout. I love the touches with the font. Magnetic flip open box. Very nice. Another look at the creation of the artwork. Oh, so sweet. Very cool to see. And there's a companion journal that you can add on as well, or bundle, which is beautiful. Those full color pictures, room for your thoughts and other items. Wow. Some cards that you can add on, and of course that beautiful blanket. I would love to have that blanket. And another card, Magical Adventures. The Goblin Show, that's so cute. Loving Community. And once again, those beautiful backs and the beautiful box. Lovely. This deck is already well over its funding goal, so it is definitely going to go. The creator of this deck is Anna Frolik of Wonderland Publishing. Anna Frolik is also the co-founder of the deck creators Launchpad, which you may have heard me mention in previous videos, and that I will tell you about briefly at the end of this video. So they've revealed a new stretch goal, which will be a bonus card added to the deck for the Kickstarter edition only. Now, the number you're seeing here is in Canadian, but by my calculations, they are mighty close to getting that bonus card. There will be 44 hand-illustrated cards in this deck, unless they get that bonus card, in which case there will be 45 cards in the deck. And they feature inhabitants of the enchanted woodland realms, including fairies, elves, pixies, wizards, trees, and beloved animal friends. As we saw, the deck will come in a sturdy magnetic book-style box, and will come with a full-length guidebook which will fit in the box and explain possible card meanings and suggestions for working with the cards. Now, something great here is we aren't waiting for a stretch goal to get that magnetic sturdy box or the guidebook. That is already included with the deck. In addition to the deck, they've created a full-color companion journal filled with inspiring prompts plus practices to deepen your work with the cards. And this is in addition to the smaller book, so to pick up the companion journal, you can add it on or pick one of the bundles which includes it. And the companion journal looks so nice with those big colorful pictures and the beautiful layout of that companion journal. Very nicely done with the colors and the font and the borders, just beautiful. Definitely thought of the details on this. So here we have a look at one of the cards, the Waking Dream. And it says, "You are the dreamer and the dream. Embrace the paradox." And here we have a look at the creation of that card. So neat to see. That's of course without the wording added, but you can see the borders, which these are beautiful borders because you still have full bleed picture, but it kind of gives you a frame, like a piece of artwork. The cards will be tarot sized, so 70 by 120 millimeters, and they'll be printed on high quality 350 GSM cardstock with a soft touch matte lamination for a luxurious fill. And that's perfect. Not too thick, not too thin, and should stand the test of time with that thickness. I also think that soft matte lamination might really work with this artwork because you're feeling something soft and you're looking at images that are very soft and beautiful. So I like the tactile function working with the artwork as well. The guidebook will be 124 pages with extended card meanings and inspiration for working with the cards. And it's my understanding that this guidebook is already written and ready to go. Now, we know about the sturdy magnetic book style box, but it also mentions here that it's going to include a gold satin ribbon to remove the cards and booklet from the box with ease. Now, that's a really nice touch because sometimes you have that style of box without the ribbon, which is okay, but it's definitely nice and helpful to have that extra touch of the ribbon in there. So this deck will have that. The companion journal will be 212 pages with full color, and it will have 200 plus prompts and practices. Now here we have these beautiful cards. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer. I've zoomed in a bit, but keep in mind by me doing this, I've lost some of the pixels, so it will be much clearer in person when you see the cards. But I want to be able to see these a bit larger. So here we can see this beautiful artwork by Anna Babich. And she is quite talented. I find this artwork quite beautiful. And I really love the way she has this glow to everything. It captures the magic. And then there's a softness and a dreaminess, which is perfect for this type of deck. And of course, I personally love the subject matter with elves and fairies and pixies and different creatures of nature. I find that so beautiful. So, so beautiful. Okay, here's a drawing of one of them as well. It's so cute. And this is what's on the blanket that we saw, which is an add-on or can be purchased with a bundle. All right, let me zoom back out. So here we can see a look at that beautiful box and guidebook. So nicely done. And on the inside flap, when you open it up, you are greeted by this beautiful fairy, which actually I remember was very fun to vote on in the Deck Creators Launchpad, which of these images would go there. And this was the one that I voted on, so I love seeing that. And under the fairy, we have a quote from Anna, which reads, "Magic is within and all around you. Look through the eyes of your heart and you will see." And here we can see one of the cards a little bit better. So we have the portal. You are stepping into a new reality. Trust the process of rebirth. And here we can see a sample guidebook entry. And I love this layout. As I mentioned before, I definitely notice details like that, especially with Kickstarter decks. That part sometimes can be lacking. So this is beautifully and professionally done. And here we have the Wizard of Truth. So we have the number, the card name, and at the bottom of it, this one has a magic spell, which I believe is an affirmation. So I think they're going to have affirmations in some of these. And if you take the time to read this, I think this is a really nice write-up and about the right length. Sometimes I find write-ups too long or too short, so this is about right for me. And here we have a look at that journal. You can see the back in this one. And another look. So nice with those full color pictures on the inside. You can see the writing area here for one of the entries. And another here. So for the Wizard of Truth, we have a little bit of a write-up, a message. And I'm trying to read below, I think it says magical ally, and then we have a ritual and an affirmation. But in the section for your prompts, we have a full page for thoughts, and it gives you a prompt there. And then we have questions for self-reflection, and we have 3 prompts on the right side with a smaller write-up section. So very nice. And then here we get into the different tiers and bundles. Keep in mind what you're seeing on your screen is Canadian dollars. So I believe 65 Canadian is approximately 48 US if you're in the US. So let's see, and there's the cards, that's an add-on, bundles, various options, and then we have stretch goals. So we already have the first stretch goal, which is the cards will be adorned with sparkly sprayed gold edges in the Kickstarter version only. And then of course that goal of the extra card, which by my count and conversion, they are getting pretty close to. And then we just have some more here of details. Let's drop to here. You can see more about the story of the deck. That's cute, the fairy picnic. And here we go, here's some more. Unchained, set yourself free. Nothing has power over you. Medicine journey. And then here you can see the creators, the author, and the illustrator. So beautiful, definitely excited for this deck. So that's a look at the Oracle of the Magical Fairy Forest. Ending on July 16th is Ventum Arcanae, the Bird Tarot. Now I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, so please forgive me. I apparently have not come across saying that word out loud before. This is the final 80-card illustrated deck in the Elemental Tarot series focused on animals and our natural world. And here you can see this beautiful artwork. As you can see by the name and the imagery, we have a focus on birds. So the creator of this deck also created these other decks here. So as they mentioned in the beginning, there is a series of decks, and this is the final in the series. So very fun. Here you can see boxes from their other decks. Nice and beautiful, made to go together, so I believe this box will as well. This series so far has had dogs, cats, myths, ocean, earth, and fire, and those are all available. So here you can see this beautiful detailed artwork, and I appreciate that they've shown us a zoomed in picture because this would be a bit hard to pick up on the screen. So when you were seeing the cards above, just imagine this level of detail within your cards. Pretty amazing. And here's another example. I find that incredible. So beautiful. And look at that. My goodness. Very beautiful. Wow. I love that they've shown us zoomed in images. So here we have some of the cards. I'm going to take a second to zoom in a little bit. There we go. We can see a little bit more now. So I like these titles. I think it fits with the artwork, at least in my opinion. And here we have the Fool, the Magician, quite perfect. And here we can see the Major Arcana. And it looks like we have a swan for the Empress, which is perfect because swans are associated with Venus, which is the planetary energy associated with the Empress. And we have a peacock for the Emperor. And these other beautiful choices, an owl for the Hermit, and some others. So beautiful. Oh, the sun, that parrot, very nice. This is beautiful artwork. So here we have the Suit of Wands. Some of the suits looks like they're going to need to finish some of the other cards. But being that they've done so many other Kickstarters, that gives me a bit more confidence in it. a flamingo for the Queen of Cups, and many other fun birds here. Very sweet. So here we have some cards for the Pentacles, and there's that beautiful Ace of Pentacles that we saw close up earlier. And here we have some of the Swords cards. So here they mentioned that they will be posting updates on their work as they finish cards on Instagram. So if you want to see more of the cards, that's a great place to check out what's going on, or if you want to back it and follow along. Now they mentioned that there's going to be extra cards here. So it looks like there's going to be a Goddess and Tranquility card. And this is a peek at last year's Fire deck. The Goddess image featuring Pele, perfect. And the previous decks, just to kind of give you an idea if you want to pick up the whole collection. Okay, their 7th Kickstarter campaign. I wonder, oh, I didn't see a timeline. I'm wondering when it will be completed. So let's see over here. Estimated delivery November 2025. So that is what they're estimating. So quite beautiful. That is a look at the Ventum Arcanae, the Bird Tarot. And actually, as I stopped recording, I realized that I didn't know what the cardstock was, and that's because it wasn't mentioned in the main campaign. But I found it over here. So over here it says that the deck will be printed on high quality 350 GSM paper with a matte UV finish. And the cards will be a standard tarot size, 70 by 120 millimeters, with ultra metallic gold leafing on the edges. The flocked boss features gold embossing, a hinged opening, illustrated interior, and a gold ribbon inside. It will also include a small guidebook. The booklet contains a fact about each scene, suggested interpretations for each card, and a custom layout, also in full color. They say, as with my other elemental decks, this will also have an expansion PDF. And freebies will include a die-cut sticker sheet and an 18x8 velour altar cloth. That's a nice freebie. Let's see, is that just for that combo? Wow, pretty cool. Okay, well, that is now officially a look at the Bird Tarot. Ending on July 20th is the wonderful Tarot of Oz, a 78-card tarot deck inspired by L. Frank Baum's The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, W.W. Denslow's art, and the Rider-Waite-Smith aesthetic. Now, I had to cover this because I don't know if any of you saw a past video where I covered a Wizard of Oz inspired tarot deck, and in it I mentioned that my preference would be to see it more based on this artwork, and that I might have been biased on the artwork within it because I was attached to this artwork here, and that it would be cool to see a deck based on Denslow's artwork. And here we have it. So that is pretty great. And I know that in the comments, others of you agreed as well. So of course I had to share this deck in case you were one of the folks that was interested in this. Now, this is going to be a take on their artwork, so it's up to you to decide if you think they've done a good job with that. So let's take a look and see what we think here. Here we can see the wonderful Tarot of Oz. Nice image up front. And here's a bit about the story, the background on it. Now, just as reference, this is artwork that is in the public domain. And this campaign is created by the same creator who did many other campaigns, as you can see here. So they have some experience creating decks. I don't have any of these decks, so I can't speak to my experience with their campaigns. Step into a world of wonder, archetype, and allegory. The Wonderful Tarot of Oz is a fully illustrated 78-card tarot deck that reimagines the land of Oz using only the characters, creatures, and themes from L. Frank Baum's original 1900 novel. Guided by the foundational imagery of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck and infused with the visual spirit of W.W. Denslow's illustrations, this deck bridges the magical and the mystical. And here we can see some cards below. We have the Fool, the High Priestess, the Magician, and the Empress. And noted here, I can see that there's a little bit difference in the font sizes. So depending on the length of the title, it looks like that may be adjusting to the space that's available. So if I'm reading this right, it looks like there won't be a guidebook. So here it says, in this deck, the original text is our only guide. You won't find cinematic references or Hollywood interpretations here, only the Oz that Baum penned, raw, surreal, and deeply symbolic. The Wonderful Tarot of Oz is a love letter to Denslow's aesthetic, stripped down, symbolically rich, and full of personality. And here we can see the Devil. And here we can see Strength. Why this deck? Why now? Because the Land of Oz is already a tarot. Dorothy is the Fool, or the hero, and Toto is her loyal companion. The Yellow Brick Road is the path of the seeker. Dorothy is temperance and justice. The companions, the Tin Man, prudence, the Lion, strength, each reflect 4 virtues and trials of the human condition. The Wicked Witch is shadow. Field of Poppies is illusion. Oz is a map of the psyche as much as it is a place. And here we can see those examples with Dorothy as temperance and justice, and the Lion as strength, and the Tin Man as the hermit. There will be 78 cards in the deck, fully illustrated. It will be printed on premium cardstock, which is 320 GSM Heretic smooth black cord playing cardboard. Now that 320 is thinner than a 350, but it has that black core in there. So actually, I think those should shuffle nicely. They won't be too thin, but they will be thin enough where you could most likely bridge them. That's what I would assume. Usually a 320 with a black core shuffles quite nicely. They will be a standard tarot size, so 70 by 120 millimeters. There will be a coating, Ivory's Playing Card Coating, certified toy safe. They will come in a custom designed tuck box, which will be gloss, and it looks like that will be the cover there, echoing vintage Oz aesthetics. Here's a look at the back of the box. This is a mock-up of the box and a mock-up of the card backs. They will have a coloring book with minor descriptions mapping tarot meanings to Oz characters and story moments. And here's a look at the coloring book. So I think what that means is that this may not have a guidebook that comes with it. Maybe this is the guidebook if you want to pick it up, I'm assuming in addition. And we have some details on the coloring book here as well. It mentions that for the coloring book, the images are printed on both sides of each page, which works well with colored pencils. And there is a postcard available for add-on and talks about some details. So that's a look at the Wonderful Tarot of Oz. Ending on July 22nd is Everyday Hero Tarot. 78 cards for the ones who show up, build, teach, heal, and hold. We have a video, so let's check this out. Oh, sweet Empress. There's the backs of the cards. There's the booklet. The box, which I think is a stretch goal. The Devil with that payday loan. Another look at that book. And box. Looked like we had some edging in that image, possibly a stretch goal as well. Okay, so the creator of this campaign is Baroque Publishing, which has done these other campaigns as you can see here. The Lady Pirates Tarot, the Chibi Tarot, the Baroque Tarot, the Naked Truth Tarot. So here we can see the box that is guaranteed, which looks like a tuck box. And we have some add-ons, a cloth, a bag, the companion book, and we have some early bird deals if you're able to catch that. And here we can see the strength card. We have a nurse, 6 of wands. There's that Empress card again, and the High Priestess studying and learning. Very nice. Card previews. Okay, the Major Arcana. I'm going to zoom in here. So here we can see the style of artwork. And you can also see that they've made this very relatable, very real life. The heroes in our everyday life, so appropriately named. For example, we have a chef for the magician, and I like that. That works for me. Recipes can be a bit like a spell or making magic, of course. And that Empress, that is perfect. I really like that Empress. And then for the Emperor, that works well too, building structures that stand the test of time. And the Nurse in strength, and so many others. We have an actual teacher for the Hierophant, and it looks like probably an attorney, maybe a judge when they're not wearing their robes for justice. And other characters that are everyday heroes, but more relatable than seeing a king or queen and that kind of thing in a normal deck. Now that double, that works pretty well too. The payday loan, yes, that makes sense. And for the wands, we can see some more of that style here. And here we have the cups. And here we have the swords suits and the coins. And here you can see that we are seeing all kinds of people, everyday people that you see throughout the world. So very relatable. Okay, I'm gonna zoom back out. So these will be a standard tarot size, 2.75 by 4.75 inches. They will come on 350 GSM art paper with a linen finish, and they have a stretch goal to upgrade to German black cord cardstock. So we'll see if they get that, but that is definitely top notch if they get that. But regardless of that, 350 GSM is excellent, and I personally love a linen finish. If you're not familiar with that, it does leave a little bit of a texture when you're looking at the cards. So some people like that, some don't. I love it. Here is a look at the booklet. It will be 120 pages. It will fit inside the box, and it will include insights for every card, keywords, and meanings for upright and reversed draws. Now here we see an image of what the stretch goal is. So it's going to come in a tuck box, but if they meet their stretch goal, it will come in a 2-piece rigid box with magnetic enclosure. And here's extras. So a guidebook, a large companion book, and that would be 200 pages, and it transforms the tarot into a practical tool for modern life. While the PDF version comes free with every physical deck, the premium hardcover edition is available as an add-on or part of the all-in pledge level. And here's a peek inside that book, nice full color pictures. In that book, each card receives deep exploration with upright and reversed interpretations, real-world examples, and a special Why This Hero section explaining the everyday profession's connection to traditional symbolism. Also in that book, it says discover original spreads for career decisions, relationship clarity, and personal growth, plus journaling prompts and exercises that make ancient wisdom immediately applicable. And that book will be hardcover. So then we have add-ons of a cloth and a bag and a wooden box. And we have the different reward levels here. I'm just gonna go to the stretch goals. So they already have the gilded edges, color to be determined. They will get foil details on card fronts. And then we have these stretch goals which have not yet been met. So that magnetic closure box, they still have a little ways to go for that. Same with the black core cardstock. So we shall see. Although oftentimes Baroque publishing Kickstarter campaigns do quite well. So I wouldn't be surprised if they get that, and it hasn't been going that long. So that's a look at the Everyday Hero Tarot. And now for a 45-second word from our sponsor, that's me. I'd love to help you gain insights, find clarity, and empower yourself to make choices aligned with your highest goals and aspirations. As a certified tarot reader, I offer personalized readings designed to provide powerful guidance, whether you're seeking answers to specific questions or a deeper understanding of your spiritual and life path. To book your tarot reading or purchase your birth chart, please visit my website at elowynlefay.com. If you prefer to connect via email, you can find my contact information in the description below. I'm excited to support you on your journey towards greater clarity and empowerment. Ending on July 25th is Mystical Mega Bundle for Spiritual Illumination, half off. There's a video, let's check this out. Some of the cards, some of the seals, and a tarot deck. Now, the creator of this campaign has created many other campaigns. As you can see here, 78 tarot coins, the Archangels of the Divine Glory, a set of 4 magic decks for tarot readers and light workers, and many more. And what is happening with this Kickstarter is that you can pick up all of their works, so all of these decks and coins as one large bundle, and get them for half off. So this is probably the best way to see the overview of what those are. Or if you already have some of their other items, you can pick up items here at 35% off as an add-on. So this is by Frater Setnakh, which you may be familiar with, and I know a lot of people really like their work. So due to the fact that there are so many decks in this campaign, this is a very long campaign. So if you're interested, I encourage you to check it out because it would take a while to go over this entire thing. But as you can see, we have planetary seals, you will have angelic seals, you have archangel seals, but you will also have various forms of oracle decks and a tarot deck as well. It really covers quite a large gamut. So this is just kind of a peek. And over on the side, you can see the different decks that are available. There's another look there of another deck, and lots of YouTubes available to see if you're interested in their work. So I'm just gonna stop there, and if you're interested, yes, go ahead and check out this campaign. So that is a look at the Mystical Mega Bundle for Spiritual Illumination at half off by Frater Setnakh. Ending July 27th is Me Tarot Deck. We have a video, so let's check this out. So I believe that will be the box and the guidebook. Some of the cards, showing a bit of their bounce back and flex. Once again, showing their flexibility and snap back. The spread of the cards in a cute 10 of Cups, Hanged Man, King of Cups, Emperor, very cute. Very sweet artwork. And spreadability. So right at the top of the campaign, they point out that there was no AI involved in the creation of this deck. And it looks like there is a freebie here, a cute cat mirror. That is cute. Welcome to Me Tarot, where every card is a hug for your soul. Dive into a world of big-eyed, fluffy kitties in dazzling colors designed to make tarot readings feel like snuggling with your favorite feline friend. Whether you're a mystic cat lover or a collector of cute, this deck is your positive guide to life's mysteries. And that's definitely a cute empress over there on the left. Very sweet. Let's take a look at this major arcana. There we have the Fool and the Magician, High Priestess. Yeah, this is cute. Super sweet. Happy sun there. A little cat sun. The hermit. The world, that cat dancing on the top. Oh, temperance. Oh no, that cat flying out of the tower. Ah! Okay, so cups become cozy tea parties, swords turn into brave tabbies conquering backyard jungles, pentacles bloom with cats tending enchanted gardens, and wands crackle with playful energy as furballs chase sunbeams. Very cute. So here we have the cups. Oh, look at that, 3 of cups. Knight of cups. Oh. That happy little 10 of cups again. And here we have the swords. So sweet. Oh, the poor cat. Oh my gosh. All right, then we have the pentacles. Oh, cute. That 3 of pentacles. Very cute. Oh, and it looks like we have, is that the backs of the cards? I'm not sure. Oh, and there we have the 9 of coins and the 10 of coins. And then here we have the wands suit. That cat on top of the, the flying wands with the fish. Okay, so let's see. What do we have? So we have the fiery passion box. So, oh, there might be 2 editions because it says the heart of the standard edition is a striking illustration of 2 snow white feline lovers, yada yada. So we might have 2 box styles. Let's see. So here is the fiery passion box, if that's the case. And then the backs of the cards for that fiery passion. And box art, the heart of gentle strength. A mint green box, card backs, Infinity's golden promise. Okay, so it looks like we have another edition and the box is different and the backs are different, if I'm understanding this correctly. Oh, maybe we have a few versions. Box art, floating cup of ease, card back. Okay, so then we also have this box and these backs. And materials and specifications. So it looks like they're going to be different for each edition. I see. So we've got a size difference. So the standard edition is a standard size tarot deck, which is 70 by 120 millimeters. That will be on 310 GSM black core paper. So 310, a little bit thinner, but if it has that black core, that should help. It will have a matte finish with holographic gilded edges. Might be a little thin for some folks though. Then the portable edition, which will be smaller, will be 50 by 80 millimeters. Interesting, that will be on thicker paper. That will be on 350 GSM color butterfly paper. So not having that core, it will have a silky double copper coating and flexible durability. And then we have another size, even smaller, a mini edition, 43 by 61, 350 GSM butterfly paper, ultra smooth, tear resistant mini format. And then there's the different editions. Okay, so the different boxes and backs are for the different sizes. And it looks like we can see some videos. Oh, there's that holographic edging that's on one of them. A little look at the process. Okay, we go from sketch to colored in. And it's going to tell you about the company. So that is a look at the Me Tarot deck. Ending on July 29th is Three's the Charm, a magical triplet of mini oracle decks. 3 pocket-sized mini oracle decks for tarot card lovers. Siblings with unique personalities that work beautifully together. And here you can see some of this beautiful artwork. The creator of this campaign also created Witch's Wheels of Cycles and Seasons and Lunar Phases, the base Witch's Wheel Spinning Oracle, as well as Faded, a Pocket Love Oracle, and the Unfolding Path Tarot, and the Witch's Familiar Runic Oracle cards. Now you may recognize some of those because, for example, the Unfolding Path Tarot and Faded Pocket Love Oracle, those got picked up mass market. And this is Athene Noctua, and I love their artwork. So here we can see some of the cards, and they will be little: New Moon, Right Direction, Not Never. And here we can see Me Time and Off Season. Each of these mini decks was created with its own unique personality, while still being designed to work together if you so choose. The faces of the cards are divided into 3 colorways and themes, while the backs are all the same, so they will mix well together. Here we can see some more of the cards. We have Unlikely, Right Time, and Not Yet. Each mini deck contains 13 cards, so if you choose to combine them, this would create a mixed deck of 39 cards. Each deck comes individually packaged in its own little box and has its own fold-out guide for additional information on each card meaning. So that's a guide, not a full book. And here you can see Dream Big. I really like this card. This is really sweet. Very cute, beautiful artwork. These pocket-size mini decks contains cards with answers that are all a variation of yes or no. If you're looking for a quick yes or no answer without the confusing complexity or subtlety of tarot, these cards are for you. And here we have the yes. And look at that beautiful artwork. Love it. Beautiful colors too, my goodness. Small steps. Oh, I love that too. I have a few boots in my collection, so I relate to this. You know, being from the Pacific Northwest in the rain, you kind of need them. And then here we have Rest. Very sweet. So for some deck details, as we saw before, 13 cards in each of the 3 decks, 39 if you put them together total. Each card is 85mm by 55mm in size, which is approximately the size of a credit card. Each card will be printed on high-quality 350 GSM paper with a stretch goal to upgrade to 400 GSM. They will be matte laminated on both sides and have a beautiful silk feel. And here we have Explore Further. The 3 decks. So for one of them, we have the Mini Moonlight Pocket Oracle, and this deck has a mystical lunar theme. So in addition to the yes or no nature of the deck, many of the cards will speak through the imagery of the ethereal night skies. And you can see those beautiful images here. Very nice. These blues and soft colors. And then we have the Supreme's Small City Oracle. This small deck has a big city theme. With more metropolitan imagery, it communicates in a sleeker, more urban way, while still retaining a close relationship to its siblings through a common art style. And indeed, you can see that, the common art style and a bit of that city theme. The Tiny Teacup Pocket Oracle. This oracle has a cuter, cozier, more homely energy. Everything can be fixed with a nice cup of tea, and if there is a cupcake to go with it, even better. These yes and no answers are the most straightforward and easy to interpret of the 3 decks. And we can see that cozy imagery. Definitely cozy and lovely. Nice warm feel to it. They note here that all of this art is 100% human-made, no AI was used in any way, shape, or form. And in this card is beautiful, stars crossed, beautiful. And then you can do some add-ons from their past campaigns, the Witch's Will, which I love. I think that is so cool. Lunar phases, cycles and seasons, these are really cool. And the Pendulum. And then we have some different pledge levels here. Let's take a look at the stretch goals. So, stretch goals, upgraded card stock, printing inside the box, foil detailing on the front of the box. So we'll see if they get that. So that's a look at Three's the Charm, a magical triplet of mini oracle decks. Ending August 3rd is Gaia's Whispers Tarot, and they say a collage deck created with my own hand-drawn artwork, combining the Earth Whispers Tarot with new imagery and traditional suits, and I'll tell you what they're referencing here. So this creator also created the Earth Whispers Tarot, and they have other editions of it, also the Radiant Beings Tarot, the Vision Tarot, and the Foxcrow Tarot. So here you can learn more about the story. It's going to also talk about the first ever deck, Earth Whispers. But let's take a look at this artwork. Let me zoom in for a moment. So here we can see the major arcana, and this is hand-drawn, hand-done, and collaged off their own work, as they mentioned. So I recognize some from the Earth Whispers. Here we have the swords, and the cups, and the coins, and then the wands. Here are the card backs, and temperance, and a bit about the artist. So let me go up here and see if we can learn anything about the cardstock. So they say here, those of you that have my first ever deck, the Earth Whispers, will see that the artwork in this deck has very much inspired this montage deck. The major arcana has some of the echoes of the Earth Whispers, whilst the minor is more or less the same, except for the deck being changed in traditional suited decks. So has the addition of wands, cups, swords, and coins. Now I want to check for, let's see, there's the backs. I'm just wondering what the cardstock is. See if it's been addressed anywhere. Back to the campaign. Okay, I don't know if it's mentioned. So that's a look at the Gaia's Whispers Tarot. Ending on August 7th is the Ethereal Goddess Tarot, a dreamy sanctuary of feminine beauty and fine art magic. We have a video, so let's check this out. So this deck is by Aphrodite Studios 333. And here we can see some of the cards. They do have borders on them. And I'm noticing that, for example, the Six of Wands spells out Six of Wands, but then it also has at the top the numerals for 6. But then some of them just have the symbol, for example, the aces or the court cards. There's a look at the magnetic box. Here's a look at the full colored guidebook. And once again, the creator. So as mentioned, the creator of this deck is Aphrodite Studios 333. They also created the Venus Morningstar Tarot, which is a beautiful deck and a nice quality. And additionally, they created Musings of Aphrodite Oracle and the Tarot of Aphrodite, as well as Witches Essentials. So in this deck, each card features fine art that they've either carefully restored or reimagined into a new context. Some have glowing new backgrounds, some are layered painterly collages, and others are color-shifted masterpieces. They also mentioned that the nudity is censored due to Kickstarter policies, and the deck will be printed without any pixelation, of course. And that actually makes it easier for me to show you this campaign on YouTube, because YouTube also has their own policies that we need to abide by as well. So here we go, we can see some of the major arcana, these beautiful soft images in soft colors. Of course, pink is included here. Hard to miss, but very lovely. And here's the Wands suit. Look at that, Ace of Wands. And here we have the Cups suit, the Swords, and the coins. So you may be familiar with some of these works. And then here's the backs. It of course will not have the watermarks on them. Now for deck specifications, these will be a standard tarot size 70 by 120 millimeter. They will be printed on 350 GSM fine art cardstock, just like their previous decks. They will have matte UV coating on the cards, gilded edges in soft seashell color, and a soft ribbon inside the box to lift the cards out, which I do appreciate, and some people leave that off, which is fine, but it is nice when it's there. Now, if this does have the same feel as their previous decks, I believe it will be a soft touch feel. Oh, actually it says it right there. So there will be a rose petal feel with custom inlay. So there's the box, the magnetic box. And here's a look at the full color companion book. It will be up to 105 pages. It will have rich meanings, visual interpretations, goddess reflections, and include full color card illustrations. And here we can see an example from the guidebook. And it's just showing you a behind the scenes look at creating of the cards, which is nice, so we can see how these were made and know that they are indeed made by a human being, if that is relevant to you and you care about that. Why they made the deck and how it is different from others, so you can get those various details. We have some reward tiers and bundles available. Let's look at the stretch goals. Here we have the stretch goals. So on top of the normal gilding, they can add an iridescent gilding so that the edges reflect like a seashell. That sounds beautiful, as long as it feels good on the hands anyway. And then the next one is soft velvet tarot pouch and other goodies. And it says more magic will be revealed as we grow together. So assuming they meet these goals, then they will show new ones. So that's a look at the Ethereal Goddess Tarot. As promised, I have something special for anyone dreaming of creating their own card deck. The Deck Creators Launchpad and community is the ultimate resource for bringing your deck vision to life. This program was founded by Anna Frolik, founder of Wonderland Publishing, and Heath Armstrong, co-founder of Rage Create. Together, they bring over 20 years of combined expertise in deck creation, publishing, and crowdfunding. You'll gain access to step-by-step courses, live coaching, expert calls, and a supportive network of like-minded creators. And I want to mention, I'm one of the people in the network. In it, Heath shares his proven Kickstarter strategies, which have raised over $240,000 for his decks. And Anna brings her publishing expertise to guide you through the process. Membership is application-based to ensure it's the right fit for you and your goals. And there is a fee to join. Learn more and apply at deckcreators.com. The link is in the description below. Before we wrap up our virtual shopping spree, I'd love to hear what's on your tarot wish list this month. If there's something exciting I didn't cover, or if you know of any upcoming releases, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. I'm excited to hear about what you're looking forward to. And that wraps up our look at new tarot releases for this month. I hope you enjoyed this virtual shopping spree as much as I did. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And for more, check out the video linked on your screen right now. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy deck shopping.